Hello, I'm Thomas. I've just completed my fourth year on the General Engineering programme at Durham, where I specialise in mechanical engineering.
Hi, my name is Kitty and I'm an engineering student at Durham University.
My name is Charlie Rougier, and I'm an engineering student at Durham University.
When I went through the UCAS process, I wasn't 100% sure on what type of engineering I wanted to specialise in. So having the extra 2 years to study some modules in each area and then make an informed decision based on that, I think was really beneficial for me. As well as the course being general, the wider student experience at Durham, in particular the collegiate experience, is what attracted me to Durham.
I chose to study engineering at uni because I really liked maths and physics at school and I knew I wanted to continue with these at university. I wanted to study engineering in particular because it's more practical and I wanted to do something that would help me solve more real world problems. I chose Durham in particular because I liked that the department was small and I felt like that all the staff seemed really friendly.
I chose to study engineering at Durham because I had loads of friends who'd been to Durham before me and had really enjoyed it. I knew that Durham was a very well respected university, and also because Durham offered the general engineering course. I wasn't sure which stream of engineering I wanted to specify in, so doing 2 years of general engineering before I'd specified allowed me to get a better feel for what I enjoyed or what I might be good at. One thing that I wish I'd known before studying engineering at Durham, I think, would be how difficult some parts of the course can be. I think coming off the back of my A levels, I was pretty confident and kind of thought that engineering would just, or first year engineering would just be A levels plus.
So before I came to university, I wish I'd known a little bit more about computing. It's not compulsory to know anything about it before you get to uni, but I feel like if I'd maybe had a little bit more experience, maybe using MATLAB or something, it would have been less of a steep learning curve for me when I arrived because a few of your assignments in first year are using MATLAB. But like I said, you don't need to know any of it beforehand, like it's all taught to you in lectures. I just feel like it would have helped a bit.
One of the big things I wish I'd known before applying to Durham was the level of support available at the university. Moving away to a university can be a big and daunting change for a lot of people. So knowing that the support is there is great. So as well as support within colleges and the junior common rooms and the university, the support within the engineering department. So each student will have an academic advisor who stays with them through their entire degree, who is there to provide support and assistance when needed.
So in a lecture, in first and second year, it's the whole year group together. So this is great because it means there's quite a lot of you and it gives you good opportunity to like meet new people and make new friends. And there's lots of opportunities during and after the lecture to ask questions if you want to.
Lectures are the main way content is delivered, with each taught module having probably around 2 hours per week. Lecturers will stand at the front of a big lecture hall and deliver content and may go through some example problems linked to that content. After the lecture, they may release some problem sheets for the student to go away and complete. That's where the big difference lies between school and college and university. At university, most of the work you're expected to go away and do outside of the contact hours. And if you do get stuck, the lecturers are there with things like office hours where you can go with a problem, with a question, and they will guide you through the relevant steps to solve that issue.
Also, recently, Durham have introduced lecture capture, so recording all of their lectures and uploading them. And I found this really helpful because if you miss a lecture or just want to recap it, you can just go onto the Duo website and find it there. Labs are a practical session that you have every week throughout your 3 or 4 years studying engineering at Durham. You're split into teams of 3 or 4, and you're usually supervised by a postgrad or PhD student. And basically what they involve is conducting experiments to demonstrate some of the things that you've been learning about in your lectures for that term.
So in a lab, you'll complete a small project as part of a team of around 3, 4, maybe even 5 other students. The projects last between 2 and 3 hours, and they're based off the lecture material. So it's all stuff you've either done or stuff that you will be doing in the future. So it's a really good way to reinforce your understanding of things, or to explore topics a bit further than maybe you get the opportunity to in the lecture if you want to. In first year, this is a week long in second term, and you're allocated into a group of 6 people, and you have to come up with like a design for that you're given a problem, and you have to come up with a design, and then you build a prototype for this design, and then you sort of like compete with other groups to get the best design. And then in second and third year, this is a whole module which carries from first term into second term. You get to choose your group and you get to choose the project. So you like allocate roles to different group members, and you'll work on different parts of the design process. You'll come up with different ideas, go into more detailed design. You might build a prototype. Design is really good because it gives you an opportunity to do something more practical, and you get to work with other people, and you do learn quite a lot from doing design. It gives you an opportunity to like explore parts of the course that maybe don't feature much in lectures, or things that you're interested in.
Engineering design is a collaborative project that you do in your second and third year of studying engineering at Durham. You're split into teams of about 5 or 6, and you have to design a product to solve a specific problem. This includes brainstorming ideas, modeling or design in CAD, presenting your design, and then finally writing a report on kind of each aspect of the design itself.
The engineering design projects are a good way of applying what you've learned in the courses to a real life engineering situation. As a group, you have to come up with a solution to a problem, and you'll be supported by an academic and an industrial tutor from the engineering community. In my third year project, our group had the support of a company who proposed the project. They provided the funds necessary to produce a prototype of our design, and then we also had 2 members of our group then go work for them on a summer internship, taking that design forward into testing and calibration.
My favourite part of the course so far has been the modules on electrical engineering that we do in first, second and third year. I've really enjoyed learning about the generation and transmission of electricity, and about how we can integrate more renewables into the grid. I think it's really important to learn about things like this, and it's really interesting. I've also really enjoyed learning how to code and how to use different pieces of software. It can be quite daunting at first if you're given a project and you maybe haven't even heard of the piece of software you have to use, but when you get to the end and you've done it and you've learned something completely new, it's really good, and it's something extra to add to your CV.
My favourite part of the course was definitely the research project from the final year of my degree. This is a project where you partner with a member of staff from the department and conduct a piece of research into their field of study. For me, this was the part of the course where I had the most freedom, and by the end of it, I was really proud of what I'd accomplished. At the end, me and my supervisor presented our work at an online conference hosted by Springer Materials.
Having finished my final year, I will soon be starting as a graduate engineer at an engineering-based consultancy firm. This was a role I got through a summer placement I did there last year, which I obtained through the university's STEM Careers Fair. Hopefully I'll be able to put the skills and the knowledge I've gained through my degree into practice, and hopefully in a few years' time I'll be on my path to becoming a chartered engineer.